Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5.
Hello, everybody.
The US President Donald Trump has defended sweeping tariffs on imports that sent shockwaves through global stock markets.
It's good to win. You heard I
Speaking to reporters aboard Air Force One, he said jobs and investment would return to the US and make it wealthy like never before.
I do want to solve the deficit problem that we have with China, with the European Union and other nations. And they're going to have to do that. And if they want to talk about that, I'm open to talking. But otherwise, why would I want to talk? And as you know, because of the tariffs, we have $7 trillion already committed to be invested in the United States, building auto plants, building chip companies, and all sorts of companies are coming into our country at levels that we've never seen before.
Just hours after Trump's comments, stock markets plunged in Asia, with Japan's Nikkei 225 dropping by 7.8%, and Hong Kong's Hang Seng losing more than 12%. Several US government officials have appeared on TV to defend the president's new tariffs.
There doesn't have to be a recession. Who knows how the market is going to react in a day, in a week. What we are looking at is building the long-term economic fundamentals for prosperity that I think the previous administration had put us on a course toward financial calamity.
Zimbabwe's President Emerson Mnangagwa has announced he will suspend tariffs on goods imported from the US in an attempt to build a positive relationship with President Donald Trump's administration. The move comes days after Mr. Trump imposed 18% tariffs on Zimbabwean exports to the US. Zimbabwe has had strained diplomatic relations with the US since it adopted a controversial land policy about 25 years ago, and because of its poor human rights record.
Je veux dire que notre ligne de conduite ne sera jamais celle de la brutalisation.
France's far-right National Rally leader Marine Le Pen has called a court ruling banning her from running for office for 5 years a witch hunt. "I won't give up," she told thousands of flag-waving supporters in Place Vauban, close to the Eiffel Tower. She was found guilty of helping to embezzle €2.9 million of EU funds between 2004 and 2016 for use by her party. At the rally, she claimed the ruling was a political decision.
This is where we are right now.
Australia's opposition leader has ditched an election promise to end work-from-home options for public servants after a backlash.
I've apologised for the decision that we took in relation to work from home.
Peter Dutton said his Liberal National Coalition had made a mistake and apologised. Australians will vote in an election on the 3rd of May, and the coalition had pitched the policy as part of a package also including thousands of job cuts aimed at improving efficiency in the public sector. However, critics, including the incumbent Labour government, had said an end to work from home arrangement would disproportionately disadvantage women. North Korea has held the Pyongyang International Marathon for the first time in 6 years, welcoming some 200 foreign runners to the streets of the reclusive country's capital. The marathon, which was launched in 1981, took place annually in April to celebrate the birth of its founding leader. The race was last held in 2019, where 950 foreigners participated. North Korea sealed itself off the following year when the COVID-19 pandemic hit. A pair of critically endangered giant tortoises aged about 100 years old have become first-time parents at Philadelphia Zoo. The zoo said this week it was overjoyed at the arrival of 4 hatchlings from a pair of Western Santa Cruz Galapagos tortoises. The births were a first in the zoo's 150-year history, it said. Western Santa Cruz Galapagos tortoises are critically endangered in the wild, and there are fewer than 50 kept in US zoos. And a video shows the moment a parachutist got caught on the roof of a stadium ahead of a rugby match.
Et à l'extérieur, alors il se passe quelque chose d'assez étonnant.
Supporters in the stands below had to be moved while officials worked out how to free the parachutist. The start of the match was delayed by 40 minutes.
And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios in Lagos.